A map depicting Jammu and Kashmir as a separate country and Ladakh as a part of China-occupied Tibet. China, where Twitter is banned. That is the latest provocation by American social media giant Twitter amidst an acrimonious separate face-off with the Indian government. The company has once again distorted the India map. The Twitter website has shown J&K Union Territory as a separate country with its own border. And not just that, it's also shown the Ladakh Union Territory as a part of occupied Tibet, a place where Twitter is banned. The distorted map appeared in the Tweep Life section of the Twitter website. This is not the first time that the social media platform has shown an incorrect and provocative map of India. In November 2020, Twitter had labelled the Indian territory of Leh and Ladakh as a part of the People's Republic of China. This fresh incident by Twitter is set to escalate the ongoing war between Twitter and the centre over new IT rules. It may not have anything to do with that specific crossfire, but every weapon fired is a weapon fired.
Well, this is not the first time they've got India's map wrong. Now, it could be either out of ignorance or it could have been done willfully. In either case, it makes the case for what the intermediary guidelines have been saying, that appoint a local nodal officer who can act as the contact person for government on issues like these, somebody who can handle grievances of the users in particular, and be the bridge between what's happening locally here. Naturally, it shows lack of cultural sensitivity, understanding of territorial boundaries of India, and so on and so forth. It is therefore time for Twitter to realize that they are anything but what they claim, and worse, they are ignorant on most cases. So therefore, they should fall in line, follow the rules of the land, and do what is expected of them.
The manner in which Twitter is showing an incorrect map of India, not showing Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh as part of it. Not only is it condemnable, this is almost an assault on India's sovereignty and its territorial integrity. It's unacceptable, and Twitter has to correct it immediately. At the same time, one notes that Twitter is intent on not following the law of the land. They went to the extent of blocking the IT minister's account a few days ago. This is a questionable behavior that Twitter will have to answer for.
Gaurav Sawant has been tracking the story very closely. He's with me live. Gaurav, how serious is this? Is this inadvertent? Is this, part of a series of provocations by Twitter, as some are being tempted to interpret it as? What's going on here? How do you assess this?
Shiv, any incorrect map is a part of cartographic aggression, and this is exactly what it is. And India is extremely sensitive about cartographic aggression, whether it's the Siachen Glacier, Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, or Chinese actions. And if I may, Shiv, this isn't the first time that Twitter has done this. Twitter is well aware of India's sensitivities. You'd recall in October 2020, when India and China were engaged in a very fierce standoff at the line of actual control. Twitter showed Ladakh to be a part of China, and that isn't the only bone of contention between government of India and this microblogging platform. If I may, in January 2021, once again there was this incident at Red Fort, and Twitter refused to take down material that the government legally and lawfully asked Twitter to take down, saying that this is inciting violence and instigating people against the country. And yet there was reluctance, according to the government, on the part of Twitter. And Ravi Shankar Prasad, Law and IT Minister, he went on record to say that Twitter is pursuing double standards. They took down all the material on Capitol Hill assault, but did not do the same despite repeated requests on Red Fort. Point 1. Point 2, Twitter stands accused of promoting vaccine hesitancy, not taking down material despite the government's request, and tagging B1617 variant as the Indian variant. So government says this appears to be a part of an agenda. This is what government sources are telling India Today. And Shiv, very clearly, Twitter still yet to comply with a nodal officer, a grievance redressal officer, and a compliance officer in India, as the new IT laws and regulations indicate.
We'll have to see where this one actually goes. We've seen some noises being made from within the ruling party. Let's see whether any action is actually taken. Gaurav, thank you very much for putting that into perspective for us. Quick break here on the news.